Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 3 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. That means it's time for another live stream. Today is Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. And because it is a Tuesday, it's time for Trivia Tuesday. And today, I thought we'd play another round of Guess the Runner. So what we'll do today is I've pulled a bunch of Strava posts. I believe they're all public Strava posts. I don't think I have I don't think any of these are private. So I've tried to go through my Strava feed and unfollow people who you have to request, to be able to follow. So I think all these are public Strava accounts. So hopefully I'm not doing anything too creepy on anybody. But I've gone through it and I looked through some Strava accounts, probably Strava accounts that you're following as well. I've redacted the name of the runner, and you got to guess based on the Strava post who it is. Today is going to be tricky because I think every single one of these is like an easy run. So it'll be interesting to see what your answers are. To narrow it down, last time when we played this game, I felt like we had a lot of fun. So I gave you kind of like a list of people that might be. This time, and I'll tell you which one it is, it's either going to be pros or YouTubers. So I picked a couple of pros and a couple of YouTubers, and that'll help narrow it down. I'll tell you, if you guys don't get it right away, kind of like what city it is, the city will definitely narrow things down for you quite a bit further. So hopefully without me having to write out a list of people, hopefully that we'll be able to work it out. But first, before we get to the game, let's say hi to everyone listening to this on the podcast only version. For you guys, I'll make sure to kind of read out some of the salient features of each Strava post. Hopefully that'll help you kind of get an idea, or maybe continue to have no idea who the mystery runner might be. And all you guys watching this on YouTube after the fact, feel free to throw in some guesses as well. Let me know which one you thought whoever the post was in the comments down below. I'd love to kind of see that as well. All right. And another thing I want to do before we get to starting the first round is talking to everyone who's here live. Philip Barnes, the first one here, said, yo, what's going on? Wrong answers only, right? Yeah, wrong answers are definitely always appreciated. Hold on. I need to get some water today. I'm a little bit thirsty. And Jeff Elliott says, hello. Chrissy says, taxi sim claimed another victim. All right. Robert Hodge says, what's up, everybody? First question. Says, would you consider the Bondi or Clifton collections for a marathon or long run of 20+ miles? If not, what would you suggest? Wide-foot guy here. Yeah, I would probably prefer Clifton over the Bondi generally, kind of as many kind of franchises within the Hoka brand. I do think that the Cliftons tend to be, even though the Bondi is more cushioned, it's the max cushioniest. It's the, I like to call it the Hoka-iest of the Hokas. I feel like the fit is a little bit narrower in the foot, in the toe box and in the midfoot than the Clifton is. So I feel like the Clifton's better. I do think that at least the Clifton is usually offered in a wide size as well. So that might be one that I would look for too. But, depends also, Robert, on kind of what your goals are for each of the runs. If you're just trying to hit 20 for the first time and you're worried about your body holding together, the Bondi could be a good choice. I don't know if the Bondi is offered in a wide, but if you want to, get there and also try to put some speed in it, the Clifton's a really good choice for that too. Neither of them are going to be terrible options, but I'm not a huge Bondi fan personally, so I'm going to lead towards the Clifton. All right, and Jeff says, training opinions. If during a longer training plan that uses paces based on a specific performance, and you do another test and find you're faster, should you change the paces in the rest of the plan? I would say yes. And I think that's the benefit of having a coach that can help you with your training plan rather than, I know a lot of people are buying plans online from coaches, and that's great. And you kind of get one plan at the beginning and, it's here's your workout for the next 16 weeks. But I do think that tweaking it makes a lot of sense. And I remember, I think it was in Matt Fitzgerald's book when he was running with the NAZ Elite. And it was he had to earn his faster paces. So he had his goal paces in mind, but his training plan wasn't built based on his goal paces for 2 months, 3 months of training out. His training paces were based on what he's currently able to do now. And then once you can hit those paces well, then you earn the ability to get to the next level. So you graduate as time goes. So I think that makes a lot more sense. And especially if you're specifically trying to target, VO2 max work, threshold work. You want to make sure that, the pace ultimately on race day should be a reflection of the work you put in, not necessarily the goal you want to hit. Ideally, the work you put in and the goal you want to hit, intersect nicely. But, I like it the other way around where, you adjust the paces as you go. And it can go the other way too. Like if you're doing these workouts and you're just totally gassed after every single one and you're not able to finish the workouts, it could be time to say, oh, you know what, maybe we need to dial this down a notch a little bit as well. All right. But, it looks like Chriselle, there's disagreement on it too. So I'm totally open to the other idea, but I just think that, it's a good time to have a coach, is to answer specific questions like that. As someone that's looking at your, running specifically. All right. And it says, hi, Kofuzi and everyone, just a short run around town tonight to get the Garmin back on track for the training status. Maybe do a run cycle tomorrow night to finish getting it on track. Very cool. Very cool. I saw Ines' Strava post today, and I thought, well, maybe I'll do, because someone had mentioned, we should play this game once with everyone that's here. But then I was like, oh, I don't know if everyone wants like their location blasted out to the rest of the internet. I mean, I know you're putting it public on Strava, but I felt like if I keep it with like more public figures, and it's a little bit less of a concern that I'm accidentally kind of not outing people, but like, showing the world where everyone lives. All right. Ines does say, though, thinking of those affected in Boulder tonight, that's the shop Sage and Sandy go to, and so sad for all those families that have lost loved ones. Yeah, I mean, my Twitter feed, there's a lot of people that are in that area or have trained in that area. So, that one hits close to home for a lot of people, for sure. So it's crazy. It continues to be crazy. All right. Yeah, I was thinking about not doing a Trivia Tuesday today, but I think we should go on and we'll try it. All right. Jason Dahl says, where'd it go? That was pretty funny. I must have jumped. I'm far behind. Oh yeah, here it is. He says, hey everyone, he's been studying all night for the trivia. JK. And then Dr. Josh is here. He said, one, he says, guys, I'm growing out a bullet, which I highly approve of. I like that. And he also said, where'd it go? Because we were talking about Matt Fitzgerald. He goes, I met Matt Fitzgerald in 2017 at a local 5-mile race. Oh, interesting. Very cool. I mean, he's really tall, isn't he? That's the sense that I get. He's a pretty tall guy. I don't remember if I'm sure he talked about it in the book. I don't know. Shoedown says, the flooding rain has left Sydney and blue skies all around. Flood recovery begins for many. The floods continue for many. Yeah, we saw some of that footage up here. So we were hearing about that too. Crazy. Because the way they were reporting it up here, they were saying it's a lot of the same areas that were affected by all the fires too, which those two things may be connected, but I didn't hear enough about it to be able to say one way or the other, but a crazy tough time. Carlos Grego says, if you're not training for a race type of running, what would your normal week look like? Still mix it up? Probably be mostly normal. I might have like one run. It would be like, a lot of just easy running. It would depend on where I am. If I were in Iowa, it's pretty hilly there. I mean, it's not like mountainous, but like it's rolling hills a lot of the time. And so, the heart rate kind of like creeps up a little bit on some of those inclines, even on an easy run. But around here, it would probably just be a bunch of easy runs, maybe throw in some threshold sections in my long run. That's about me. So maybe like one run a week, I might have something. That's kind of like what my normal week looks like when I'm not in like a training phase. All right. In terms of dialing down the race plan, Stevie76 says, I am Mr. Dialed Down. All right. We'll do one more. Oh, no, there's two questions here, so I'll just do 2 questions here. Right, okay. One was from Aldragas. Oh, man, it always jumps. All right. Aldragas Ruxana says, are you totally free from runner's knee pain? And what would be strengthening, stretching exercise if you had to pick one? I am totally free from the runner's knee pain. Knock on wood. I feel great about it. Even in the Shamrock Shuffle 8K that I just did over the weekend, didn't feel any knee pain at all. And then the hamstring kind of tweaked slipping on the ice. That felt great too. So like I didn't have any issues. So felt really good. And the one strengthening exercise, if I had to pick one, it would probably be like trying to do a pistol squat. Now, I mean, that's kind of a cheat because like to build up to the pistol squat, there's lots of little exercises that you can do. But basically me trying to get to the point where I could do a pistol squat or like a single leg squat, that like working toward that as the goal, I think forced me to work on a lot of other motions and activities that really strengthened the knee for me. So that would be it. Or if you can't do that one, maybe like a Bulgarian split squat where your back leg is like lifted up on like a bench or on like the second step on a flight of stairs and you're doing like a single leg squat that way. That's another one that I think in a good way loads the knee after doing some massage. So massage, then do a lot of those exercises. And then one other one from Shoedown says, do you get big waves and high fives on your runs? Spotted on yesterday's video along the lake. Sometimes I do. On the weekends, sometimes is a little bit more frequent. Most of the time I'm out there really early in the morning. And I don't know if like everyone's kind of like head down, mind your business in the mornings real early, or if that's not a YouTube watching crowd. But I don't get too many head nods. There's some people that I know that are out there or I recognize because I've seen them every day. I don't know if they know I'm on YouTube. But yeah, like in that video, someone like yelled Kofuzi at me, like right as the race was at, like my 8K was ending. So that was kind of nice. It kind of felt like someone was cheering for me. Yeah, like every, maybe once or twice a week, someone will be like, say something to me. The other day I took the kids to the park and there's a park right by the track and I was taking them to that playground. And as we were walking, I saw a guy, he had like, what looked like a speed suit on or like what triathletes would run in. I think that's what he was wearing. And then he had like cyclist glasses, but he was running. And then he had a hat that said full send on, or his shirt said full send on it. So I was like, oh, what is this? What is this guy doing? So I was kind of like watching this guy. And then he's like, Mike Coe. And I was like, yeah. He's like, yo, what's going on? I was like, hey, yo. So I was just, I was just walking to the park with the kids. But, it's by the track. So it was kind of like a running-ish area. So I do get noticed once in a while. All right. Let's get to the game. All right. First one. This one is a pro. I don't know. Let me just give it to you guys and see what you guys think of it. All right. The title of it is just morning run. So the default, if you run in the morning, distance is 4.49 miles. Average pace, 7 minutes, 24 seconds per mile. And I will give you a hint. It is in Florida. I think it's Clearwater, Florida. I forget what city it is in, but it's a pro runner in Florida. I'll give you guys another hint too, because I think because it's just so like a runner in Florida going for an easy run of 4.5 miles is not that descriptive. I will say, I didn't even need to give you guys the hint. Man, you guys are so good. Crazy. CV76's hand was on the buzzer, but you know what? Luis Becerra said Charles Darwin, that wasn't it, but Larry Lawrence came in right away. The second guest to come in. Meb. Man, how did you guys do that? You guys are so good. Meb Keflezgi in Tampa, which is, I guess, not that far from Clearwater, right? So I think that's where I thought it was for some reason, Clearwater. But you guys got it. Corey Allen also had it right away with Meb. And Leona also Meb. Man, you guys, I just say a pro runner in Florida, and you guys just know who it is automatically. Man. All right, let me scroll up a little bit. Oh, Remy had a question earlier. He says, what's your biggest adjustment when first running with the selfie stick? Asking for a friend. It felt heavy in the beginning. So finding a way to comfortably hold it and I started running with a selfie stick in the summertime. So I was sweating and like sweat was just dripping down my arm and getting on the lens. And once you get sweat on the lens, like you can't like clean it off with like your shirt, because your shirt's wet. So like just trying to find a way to hold it kind of in the center of gravity of like the entire thing. It's not going to be in the middle of the stick necessarily, but I think you've got the Insta360 Go. So it'd be pretty close to the center, but I kind of hold it like, imagine if you were running with a hammer, you'd probably hold it closer to like the hammer part and not in like the middle of the handle. So that's kind of how I hold it. So the adjustment is finding like a comfortable way to hold it and then switching arms. I try to remember to switch arms. Otherwise, it ends up in my right hand a lot, but I try to switch it up. All right, let's get on to Pro Runner number 2. This one, I won't even tell you where it is yet, but I think you'll be able to guess. It's called Eldon Lap. Some of you might be able to figure out what it is just by looking at Eldon Lap. But it's 16.3 miles, 3,000 feet of elevation gain, and an average pace of 8 minutes, 38 seconds per mile. The average grade adjusted pace was 7 minutes, 30 seconds per mile. Some of these miles were super speedy. I mean, on the downhills, they were really fast. And even on the uphills. One of these uphills, there's 1,000 feet of gain in mile 7. And the pace was 15:30. And the grade adjusted pace, not that I give like a ton of credence to grade adjusted pace, but like it gives you a sense, a ballpark of just how steep this is. The grade adjusted pace for a 15:30 mile is 7 minutes and 5 seconds per mile. So crazy. Yeah. And so there we go. And Recycle on Wednesday says it looks like a person swinging from a trapeze. Yeah. And some of you guys have it right away, but here's some other guesses as well. Tim Ferricks. Huh. I don't think I follow Tim Ferricks on Strava. Namaste says Sage. No, it's the wrong state. It's the wrong state. So this is, Leona Walk says Zach Miller. This is in Flagstaff. So if I tell you that, that pretty much gives it away. A couple of you guys got it already. Mr. says Galileo Galilei. Yeah. And Stevie 76 says, who is Will Ferrell? We're going streaking. JC says Bigfoot. Very well, could be. And Josh says it's George Clooney. Is he a runner? So you know what I'd like to do? Oh, by the way, I got to update you guys. I got an email back very quickly. I sent an email, a media request to the National Institutes of NIAI, where Fauci works. And they very politely refused my request. He says he's way too busy for something like that. It's basically how they said it. So I was like, well, thanks for even responding. I didn't think I was even going to hear anything back. But I was thinking like, man, you know what? I wonder if there's any celebrities out there that like run on like, you know, just they're not on Strava, but like maybe they're running as part of their fitness, maybe during the pandemic. And what if they're secret fans? That'd be amazing. But I'm like, so I'm trying to figure out like who's a celebrity that you wouldn't think is a runner that maybe runs that I could maybe get on the podcast or the live stream. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, you guys got it right away though. I think Jeff was the first one to get it. It is Walmsley. So yeah, he ran it in Flagstaff. I don't know. I guess if you know some of these mountains ranges as well, then you'd be able to know that it was Jim. But yeah. Let's see. Inez also had it. Jody has it as well. I didn't have Walmsley last time, did I? Or did I? I think I did have Walmsley last time. Whoops. Sorry, I meant to not repeat because there are so many people out there. And La Pizza's here. What's going on? I just love that. La Pizza Day for me. Josh says Kevin Hart. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if Kevin Hart really runs anymore because I know that Nike had him run the New York Marathon. Did he run Chicago? I think it was Chicago, right? He ran Chicago that one year. But yeah, I think so. Because I remember that year, I was like, I just want to make sure I beat Kevin Hart. I don't want to lose to Kevin Hart. So he ran Chicago that one year, but I don't know if he's still running. But that'd be super interesting to have him on, because he's also done sneaker shopping as well. So like I feel like, you know, the angle would be like, hey, do you want to have like a super easy, fun interview and talk about something that's very different than what you normally do, running and maybe some casual shoes? You know, that'd be kind of fun. So that'd be it. That could be fun. All right. Let's see what we got. Let's get to the next one. All right. This one. Oh, I'm trying to remember where this one. I'm trying to remember which this one was. This one is a 4.05 mile run, 7 minutes per mile pace. Pretty flat, 75 feet of gain, and just took 28 minutes. There is a big clue on this one. This might give it away, but the shoe is a Brooks Glycerin 19. So I'll leave it at that. I think maybe if you guys are looking real close, like at the map, you might be able to get some sense of like the location, but the location might totally give it away. Although it's not this Pro Runner's, I think, necessarily like home base. Although I'm not sure where this Pro Runner is located anymore. So I'm not sure. Jacob Vang, let's do this question real quick, says, is the A6 Glide Ride 1 worth it for long runs and some easy runs plus some little tempo in there? I'm not sure. I never ran in the Glide Ride 1, but I am probably going to pick up the Glide Ride 2. I'm definitely going to pick up the Glide Ride 2. I'm just not in a rush to do it right now. And my sense of it is that it's more of all those things, but I'm not sure about the tempo part. But it has kind of like the ride technology in it, which kind of keeps things rolling pretty well. So I think you might be able to, but when I pick up the Glide Ride 2, it'll be for those long runs and easy runs. That'll be like the main thing that I pick it up for. But maybe someone else here who has experience with the Glide Ride 1 can discuss it further. All right. Let's see. Henry says, tried Joe Rogan for the interview. Yeah, I don't know. I think if I did, he would probably spend the whole time talking about like minimalist shoes and how I need to do minimalist shoes. Gordon Ramsay is a marathoner and loves him in interview. I know he can get Gordon Ramsay to be on like a Trivia Tuesday. That'd be funny. Although we could talk about Chef Mark. Because is Aaron here today? Because Aaron was talking about how he met Chef Mark at one of the live meetups, and Mark is currently on Hell's Kitchen now. I haven't been following. I don't watch that show, so like I know that he's been on. I don't know if he's still in it to win it or what the story is, but we could have that kind of like 6 degrees of separation conversation. All right. Let's see. Does anyone have this one? Yeah, Namaste says it's Tempe, Arizona, which is correct. Someone Namaste already got it correctly. The answer, let's see what. Ines says Ali Ostrander, good guess because it's Brooks. Sue-Ann also guessed Ali O, but I think she's up in like Yosemite area. Is she still up in that area? I'm not sure. Or McGowan said athlete special. Yeah, no, I think he is on. We talked about that before. I think he is on Strava, but that is not a Spencer Brown post. Stevie 76 was laughing at. Stevie 76 says, "Who is Vlad Putin shirtless on a horse?" Oh, it's so funny. And Jeff Elliott said, "This is 179 calories over 4 miles." Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? I think I'm trying to scroll up to see who the first one is that had it. But I think that it was Martha had Des, and that is correct. It is Des Linden. Yeah. Did we say Tempe? Yeah, it was Tempe. Super chill run. I can't imagine running. I should have looked at the heart rate, but like if her calories listed here are only 179 calories for running 4 7-minute miles, the heart rate's got to be super low. It's crazy, super crazy. Speaking of Des though, and I didn't intentionally put that in there to like segue into something I really want to talk about. I just thought about it. I was listening to the Mario Fraioli podcast today, and he was talking to Shalane Flanagan, and he was saying he's talking about Shalane and asking her about what her what is running mean to her now that, especially in the time of COVID, but also like now that she's a coach and not a pro runner herself. And, she was talking about it and saying like she's getting to the point where now she's ready to start thinking about some like personal running goals that she might have. And Mario tried to tease it out of her. And I was so certain that she was going to say that she was going to try to also go for the 50K record. And she didn't say that. And I don't think she's going to say that. But for a second there, I was like, oh, that would be great. If it was like Des versus Shalane and going for the 50K record, that'd be an amazing race. It's like if she came out of retirement. That'd be an amazing race to watch. But I don't think we're getting that, guys. All right. A lot of guesses for Zach Miller, but you know what? I don't know if I follow Zach Miller on Strava. I'll have to correct that if I don't. But yeah, a lot of people had Dez, but also Zach Miller. Martha says Dez is my favorite runner, so I have no excuse to miss that one. Well, you definitely got it. And my mom's here. Awesome. Good to see you, Mom. How are you? My mom and my dad are both vaccinated, and so they've been seeing some of their other vaccinated friends. So I'm very happy to hear that they're able to do that. Remy says on an update for Chef Mark, says Chef Mark Q didn't make it, but that dude literally carried after Phoenix Marathon in 2019. Friends for life. Yeah. He's a really good guy. Intense, but really good guy. Not that intense is bad, but yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's get to the next. I'm bummed to hear that he didn't make it. All right. Next one. This one is not a pro. This one is a YouTuber. So that should like narrow it down a little bit. The name of the feed is Thought I'd Get a Sunrise. And then the description is No Luck, Just a Dawn. So I don't know if that's a reference to like a song or what, but that's what it is. 6 miles, 8 minutes, 44 seconds per mile. Yeah, and that's about it. So let's see. I won't tell you guys the city unless like you guys are having a hard time with getting it. Or McGowan thinks it's Zach Miller. No, it's not Zach Miller. I think you're saying Zach Miller. Trish O says, I'm pretty sure Conan O'Brien is Conan O'Brien a runner? Oh, that'd be amazing to talk to him. I mean, just like to have a conversation with someone that wrote for The Simpsons for so long, that'd be pretty amazing. And Ted and Ruth says, got my first vaccine next Saturday. Slightly nervous. Awesome. Well, I'm happy for you. All right. But man, you guys are good. You guys are real good. Because there is the right answer is in here. Leona Wong says it's Jamie. Nope, it's not Jamie. And Jeff Elliott says a YouTuber in Boston, but it is not Boston. I think that does say Boston Street, but the city's not Boston. Ben Weiss says Casey Neistat. Oh, that'd be a good guess. He has been running a lot more lately, but I don't necessarily see him on. I don't see him on Strava. I see Casey's runs when he talks about it on Twitter, and it looks like it from the font that he's posting to Twitter from the Nike Run Club app. Is kind of what it looks like to me. I'm not sure. Or McGowan says Zach Levitt. Oh, that's another good guess. But I don't know that. I'm pretty sure I must follow Zach Levitt, but I'm not sure I do. And as Dunbar says, Dave from Chase the Summit. No, Stevie76 killing it with the wrong answers today. Who is Ryan's toy review? That's amazing. That's such a great guess. But yeah, the city is Baltimore, and Eric had it correct first. It is Thomas from Believe in the Run. The other hint for this one is that the shoe description, it looks like it's a little cut off the way that I did it. The shoe description is like unnamed random shoe from brand, or undisclosed random shoe from brand is the name of the shoe that he has in there. So he's testing out something today, but I don't know what. Oh, I think I know what he's testing out. I wonder if that's what he's testing out today, because he posted something on Instagram how he's super excited about a new shoe he got, and he's got it in for testing. And I think I know it. Well, it's pretty obvious what it is from that Instagram post. You guys will have to go check that out. But yeah, so today this runner is Thomas. All right. Oh, wait. Frank Hillier guessed that it would be Murakami. Is Murakami on Strava? That'd be amazing. I don't know. And Sean Marshall says ginger runner. That'd be. Is Ethan on? Is he? I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think. I'm sure that if they are, I follow them. But I just need to spend more time in Strava, I guess. I don't know. All right. Jeff Elliott says, if you haven't seen it, there is a great video from Matt LeGrand about pro triathletes to follow on YouTube. I highly recommend it. I did see that video. I was like, what a great idea. That's a great video to make. Yeah. And Sean Marshall says, are they still obsessed with Puma down there? I believe that they are. I think that they are. they're also, well, I think if this shoe is what shoe that they've been talking about, I think they're going to be obsessed with something else for a little bit. Pretty excited about that. And then, sorry to be like vague about it, but I think if you guys just have to go see Thomas on or Believe in the Run's Instagram today, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But I think they're also obsessed with the New Balance Fresh Flow More 3, which who knows? Who would have ever guessed that would be a shoe that a lot of people are going to be talking about? I would have never guessed it. So, yeah. All right. Let's go to the next one. All right. This one is just says quick nature trail, and the description is a winky face emoji. It's an emoji, 6.5 miles, 7 minutes, 48 seconds per mile. Average heart rate, 138 beats per minute. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. 154 feet of elevation gain. This one, I'll tell you, it's a YouTuber, and it's not in the United States, to give you guys a little bit of a hint. Let's see. Remy says, I thought Ginger Runner was late. No, Wild Ginger Running is a runner. She's out of the UK, but Ginger Runner is, the Ginger Runner is out of, well, he's out of the Pacific Northwest. They're in Portland now. Yeah, Ethan Newberry. So they're two very similar names. Namaste says, seems like every shoe they've been reviewing is the greatest shoe ever lately, like the New Balance More and the New Balance Rebel 2. Can you confirm? I haven't tried either of those shoes, but I mean, it seems like the consensus for the Rebel 2 is that it's a really exciting shoe. I haven't tested it yet. I don't think that I'm going to be getting it early before it comes out. And I don't, is the Fresh Foam More 3 out? Is that for sale already? I don't know. I haven't looked, but yeah, I mean, I think New Balance is having a really good year. The 1080 version 11, I had a lot to live up to because the 1080 version 10 was so good. And like relative to the improvements to the other shoes in the catalog there, like it might be the disappointment of the year for them. I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, that's a good year, you know. All right, let's see if there's any more guesses. Is it Lloyd Purvis from Redford Adventure? Ooh, no. But they've been making a lot of videos. Ted and Ruth already got the right answer. Or McGowan said Ben Parks. No, this is not London. Frank LaHoya says FOD. That would be a very good guess. Very, very good base. Very, very good guess. Yeah. And Chrisia says it's New Zealand. Nope, it is England. It's South Somerset. And a lot of you guys already figured it out. Because who is MKBHD? Do you think MKBHD runs? He must. I bet you, I bet you there's somewhere where back when Casey was living in New York, that at some point they went for a jog together. There's not once, right? I mean, I don't know. Chris said Lucy Bartholomew. I'm not sure if I think I follow her on Strava. I follow her on Twitter. I see her all the time on Twitter. All right. But I think it was Kevin Bickerton had it first. Ooh, Louis Becerra says Dr. Josh Sanchez. That'd be a good guess. Yeah. But Kevin Bickerton had it first. It is Ed Bud. Ed Bud's been running really quickly lately. I'm very impressed with what he's been doing. Awesome. Very cool. All right. A lot of people had it. Jody got it. Where'd it go? Ryan, Sean, you guys all had it. You guys all know you're all good at this guess a runner game. Amazing. I'm amazing that you guys can like do this. Like, I don't know that I'd be able to do it, but it's amazing. Mark Jankonko says that MKBHD runs with Dave 2D and Unbox Therapy. Can you imagine? That'd be a fun run. I mean, who's filming the run on that one? Well, they all have. Well, does Dave 2D have staff? But Unbox Therapy has like a team, and MKBHD has a team. So like, I don't know. That'd be fun. To see that. Yeah, and Remy says MKBHD is a top ultimate frisbee player. His team was national champions a few years ago. Yeah, I know he's really big into the ultimate, but I'm thinking like he's probably so into it that he trains for it, right? Because I mean, I know he was like on a pretty intense team, so I'm sure he must be doing some sort of running and conditioning. Maybe not like, you know, training for a half marathon or anything, but I bet you he's got a couple of pairs of shoes very neatly arranged inside a closet that he uses for his runs. You know, that's what I think. That's how I like to imagine it. All right. And Steve76 says, "We're your team, Kofi. You are my team, guys. I love it." All right. Let's get to the bonus round for today. We got one bonus. This person is a pro and is on YouTube. A bonus. The post from today was morning run, no description, 8.00 miles on the dot, 7 minutes, 15 seconds per mile, 236 feet of elevation gain, 147 beats per minute. It got spicy at the end, or a little bit for an easier run, I guess. 631 for the 7th mile. The 8th mile was what, 658? So, you know, not too shabby for probably an easy run for this pro runner who's also on YouTube. Jody thinks it's Sage. Hey, isn't Sage injured? Because I feel like that, like on Sage's like Strava, all I see of his is him going skiing. Now I thought that he also run in the Salida half marathon or something like that? Did he run in that Sandy ran in recently? I don't know, but like I thought he was still kind of hurt. Stevie Sammy thinks it's Kofuzi's mom. My mom is running like 5 miles a day, so she could probably run an 8 mile. But I think this might be a little bit on the quick side for her, but she could probably hit that distance for sure. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's not that really 236, so she could do that. Chris, I think it's Ryan Reynolds. Is Ryan Reynolds on YouTube? Eric says Sarah Place. Is she a pro? I don't think she's a pro. But it's not Sarah. This is in the United States, to narrow it down here. And Jeff 8 says about that Salida, it was just Sandy and her sister. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Or McGowan thinks it's Spencer. Oh, that's another good guess, but it's not Spencer. Joey thinks it's Morgan. You know, I don't know that I've seen. It's another good question. Is Morgan McDonald on Strava? I'm not sure. But I feel like any time I hear about Morgan McDonald running, it doesn't sound like the run of a miler. Like it'll be like 20 miles in Austin at a super fast pace. Yeah. Oh, PG19A says, does anyone else see a stick man leaning backwards? I see it. It looks like the knees over toes guy, like doing one of those exercises. All right. Let me give you guys some hints. It's in Arizona. So it's another Arizona athlete. So narrows it down for some of these people. Wasn't Van Backstrode thinks it's Jam Jam. That'd be a good guess, but I feel like all Jam Jam's runs are just like super hilly. Namaste thinks Emma Coburn. No, I don't think Emma's in. I think she's still in Colorado. Tedru thinks Triathlon Taryn. I thought about putting him in there today, but today his Strava account was a Zwift ride. Not that would disqualify it, but I thought that'd make it. If I was like a YouTuber who's, well, I guess a lot of people are doing Zwift right now. Let's see. Shannon says, Morgan McDonald's YouTube channel makes me laugh so much. Makes me feel like I'm 20 again. Yeah, I like it. It's a good channel. It's good. There's very little, like, I feel like filtering on that, you know? I just feel like you're getting a good sense of them, you know? Martha says it's Flagstaff. I believe it is Flagstaff. I don't remember. CV76 thinks it's Phil Mickelson. JC thinks it's Tyler Murray. Yeah, Bryce Blankenship says Colleen Quigley. I suppose this could be a Colleen Quigley run, but it is not Colleen Quigley. Yeah, Shootdown says is a current elite athlete. Yes, this athlete is currently still a pro. Josh says, is it Ari Clow? Is he? No, I thought Ari was still in Texas right now, though. So I'm not sure. Oh, you guys are having a hard time with this one. Leona Wong says Ryan Hall. Yeah, it's not Ryan Hall, but that's a good guess. he was on. I saw on what was it? Was it on Instagram where he hopped on the track to block wind? He said for his wife's 200s, and she was running 200s fast, and he was like running in front of her, pacing her. But he was struggling, and he's like, "Oh, I haven't run 200 in a long time." But then again, like to say like, "Oh, I struggled at those 200s," but to be able to pace like a world-class marathoner is still pretty darn good for someone that self-proclaimedly doesn't really run anymore. All right. Jason Dahl says Ben the Hoffman. Martha thinks Sarah Hall. No. Can we see the shoes? There weren't any shoes listed. But to really narrow it down, the shoes would have been Hoka's. So that narrows it down a lot more too. Yeah, and Martha says Ryan Hall's only weightlifting these days, not running much. Yeah, I think he gets on the bike. He'll pace his wife when she goes out for a run. So I think he's cycling, but I don't think he's doing much running. Jason Dahl says Ryan Hall is ripping up trees somewhere barehanded. Probably not wrong. Yeah, Jeff Elliott says I can't believe Ryan Hall is only 190. He looks like a giant. Is he really only 190? There's no way. He's got to be more than that. He's got to be like 215 because he's a tall guy, right? Isn't he tall? Isn't he like 6'1" or something like that? I think he was like 6 feet tall. All right. Sean Marshall says Aliphine. Ooh, that would have been a really good guess because she just came back to running after her maternity leave. But I don't think no. I mean, I have no idea what she is or isn't capable of doing. But it's not her. Oh man, you guys are having a hard time. Yeah. Del Sol Runner says someone on the NAZ Elite. You're getting close. Monica Hianu TV says, Jaylee says it's Ben Rosario. Oh, is he on Strava? I'll have to check for that. I don't have to go through this chat today and just be like, make sure I'm still following all these people. And Evan again. Whenever Evan guesses, he gets it right. He nailed it. Steph Bruce. That is the runner for today out of Flagstaff. For her morning run. She runs with a Garmin Forerunner 935. I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, this must be just like a super easy run for her. Just like a chill, getting out the door. Maybe she's Dublin today, that kind of thing. But yeah, awesome. John Marshall, this is how you announce that you moved to Flagstaff to run for a Hoka Co. No, that'd be amazing though, right? Like, imagine if like Ben Rosario just was like, all right, we're just going to take one like media person, like every build up and just let them hang out with us. I mean, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Like first it was like, and then like, you're really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like you start out at like Matt Fitzgerald and then you get to me. But that'd be pretty fun. That would be pretty fun. Yeah. CV76 says, I'm sitting next to Evan next time. He always knows the answers. He's always able to get it right. I don't know if he just like studies these people, or he's just able to put it together with the clues. Man, amazing. And Shannon says, Steph Bruce is just getting over plantar fasciitis. She had written a running obituary a few months ago. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I must have missed that. Oh, I definitely missed it. Namaste. Is she a YouTuber? I mean, I still consider her a YouTuber because like building up to, what was it, the 2019 Chicago Marathon, she had like a big series about her build up. And they put a lot of videos on and it seemed to be like a big push for her. I'm not sure if she's still really putting out a lot of stuff on her own now, especially because a lot of that content on YouTube gets kind of rolled into what NAZ Elite, the whole team, is doing. So I'm just going to leave it as her still calling her a YouTuber too. Yeah. So, yeah, Jeff Elliott says, I've seen her in the NAZ Elite videos, but not sure if she has her own channel. Yeah, she was like in the build up to 2019, she was posting like a weekly video and it was really, really good. Really enjoyed following her there. So I hope that she brings something like that back. I don't know if she has the energy for it because I'm sure for her it's a lot of work with everything else that she's also doing. Yeah, and Liz Becerra says, I'm definitely following more people after this trivia. Me too. I'm going to go through and like make sure I got all these people because if they're on Strava, I definitely want to kind of just not keep tabs, but like it's great to be able to get like that other dimension of people. Chris Dyke says, I follow Evan on Strava, and unfortunately his trivia wisdom has not funneled to me. I also follow Evan on Strava. All right, and guys, I had a fantastic time playing Guess the Runner with you this week. I hope you had a good time too. Tomorrow's video is going to be about the 1080 version 11, and we're just like what we're talking about today, coincidentally, the 1080 version 11 and a Puma shoe, the DV8 Nitro. I'm going to put them head to head, compare them. We'll put that for the video for tomorrow. And then in the afternoon, we'll do a live stream, same time as today, 3 p.m. Central Time. Hopefully, I'll see you guys then. In the meantime, be safe out there, everybody. Thanks.